Kevin Elizabeth, a wedding photographer based in San Diego, and today I thought it would be a fun video to talk about the 10 things that I love most about being a wedding photographer. To jump right in, the first one is that I get to work with really sweet people. So I love my brides and grooms. Almost every single one of them is so kind and just appreciative and generous. I've even had family members that I've worked with that are so incredible. I had a bride's father last year thank me in his toast during the evening. He wrote me a thank you note. He wrote me an email when I got their wedding published on Style Me Pretty saying how amazing it was. He was just really kind, and his wife was so sweet. She told me when she showed up that she loved following me on Instagram and that she was going to keep following me after the wedding because she just loved my work so much. And that was just so nice to walk into a wedding and to just feel that welcome and appreciative. It was just amazing. So that's the kind of thing that I really love. Most of my clients are so nice, and so that's like one of the best parts of my job. Now, the second one is that I have been able to make really great friends in this industry, whether that's through wedding vendors, so planners or florists, and even some past couples. I have some couples that I photographed their wedding for that I now photograph their baby things for, their family shoots for, and sometimes we'll go out to dinner or we'll go see like a concert together. So I love that I have made those relationships through this business because otherwise I would not have met those people. Now, I can't make this list without saying that one of the things that I love about my job is that I get to photograph really beautiful flowers, details, all sorts of things that I really love, just all the really pretty details. That's one of my favorite parts of the job. I love seeing what the reception space looks like. I love photographing it, getting all the really gorgeous angles. That is definitely a huge perk of my job. Now, on that note, one of the things that helps me get my weddings published is having beautiful details. So the better I photograph them, the more likely we are to get published. But I absolutely love getting published, not only because it's just a cool accolade, but because it's really awesome to get my brides' weddings out there to a really large audience to inspire other brides. So I always tell my brides when they've been accepted to a blog, and they get so excited. They love it so much. They promote it when they get featured, and they just love that they have their wedding. It feels almost like a little bit of an accomplishment. Not to say that if your wedding doesn't get published, it's not good, but to them, it's like this really great thing that's happened. Like they put all of this time and money into their wedding, and to have it featured on a wedding blog or in a magazine is just super exciting, and it makes them feel really great about all of the plans that they put together for their day. Now, another thing that I absolutely love about my job is that it has let me travel. So I've traveled all over the country and now all over the world for weddings. I have been from, let's see, San Diego to Maryland to Atlanta to Birmingham, Alabama, all the way up to San Francisco. And I've got a wedding in Jamaica next year. I have done editorials in France. So that's just a really amazing part of my job that is just so fun. I love working in different places. I love being able to travel for weddings or editorials. I'm going to England next week, so that's going to be really fun. I'm going to be shooting a lot of beautiful things there. So without my job, I would not have experienced a lot of these different cities and met people in different places and in different cultures. I have vendor friends now who live in France, and we'll communicate on Instagram, and the next time I go there, we'll probably work together again. So it's stuff like that that I really appreciate about my job, is that it's been able to take me out of San Diego to different places that look completely different, that speak different languages, and I am just absolutely obsessed with that part of my job. Now, another thing that I really love is that being a wedding photographer lets me be creative and express myself through images in a way that is honoring my clients' stories and their beautiful details. So my clients are not the kind of micromanaging clients who are like, here's a shot list of 100 must-have things. They trust me because they know that I've done this so many times. They're just like, do your thing. You know, we've seen your portfolio. We love your work. We hired you because we trusted you. Just go for it. And I love that. Now, a lot of people think that when I say shot list, I mean family list. That's a completely different thing. I have separate videos on both of those that I'll have linked up here at some point during this little bit. But basically, I just love that my clients trust me to capture their day as I see it, and they're always so happy with their photos, and that makes me super happy. Another thing that I love that revolves around my clients is that I get to pose them. Posing is something that is a specialty of mine. I do a lot more of it than a lot of other photographers I've seen. So it's something where I find it so vital to my work because I have had clients tell me while they booked me that they're really awkward in front of the camera and that they don't photograph well. And I say, that's just not true. Just wait, okay? And then they get their pictures back. And I've had some couples say, you made us look like models. And when I hear that, it means that I not only did my job really well, but I completely changed their perception of themselves. I showed them that yes, they can look just as beautiful in person on camera. So it's something that if I can change their mind about how they photograph in a positive way, that is so amazing to me. And I love being able to show people that yes, you can look great in photos. You just need somebody to help you get there, okay? And I have a whole video about why you don't actually look bad in photos that I will link up here, and it will kind of make a lot more sense. To switch gears a little bit, one of the last things that I really love about my job is that I get to work with some incredible gown designers. So if you guys follow me at all, you know that I love Marchesa. I shoot Marchesa gowns all the time. I wore a Marchesa gown for my wedding, which we are going to be showing probably pretty soon because we are going to be published on Martha Stewart Weddings, and we're so excited about it. That is like the ultimate goal of the wedding world, to be published there, at least in my mind. So that's coming soon. So as soon as we get published, I will be able to share photos. Martha's very strict about what you can share, so I can't release anything until then. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, people like Marchesa, they will ship me gowns from New York for my editorials, which is so amazing. That's why I get to shoot all these gorgeous textured gowns. I also love working with the different designers that my brides choose for their day. It's fun to see the different styles and the gowns that my brides choose based off of their personalities and their body types. And so I just love being able to work with all kinds of gowns. But I would say that probably my favorite designers are Marchesa, Berta. Berta makes gorgeous gowns. Gallia Hav makes beautiful gowns. Some of them are a little bit over the top, but I like a lot of the ones they do that are a little bit more on the understated side. So just people making these beautiful textured gowns, I love working with those. That's one of my favorite parts of my job. I mentioned earlier that when my clients get their photos back and they see how beautiful they look in them, they're so happy. Well, I love knowing after I've delivered a client's wedding photos that they're really happy with them. They always email me, and sometimes it's like paragraphs, sometimes it's like short and sweet, but they always tell me how happy they are, how much they love the photos. They loved looking through them and seeing the moments that either they didn't know I was there for, or moments where they weren't around, and they get to experience different parts of their day all over again. So when I get those emails or texts that they're so thrilled, that makes me so happy. That is one of the, I would say, most impactful things on why I love my job, because I know that I've made them so happy for life. They're always going to have these wedding photos to look back on, and they feel so good about having hired me, and they're so thrilled and elated with their photos, and they just share them like crazy, and that makes me feel great that I did my job as I wanted to, and that they were above and beyond pleased with the photos I gave them. On that note, I love receiving thank you notes from my clients in the mail. A lot of them will send these to me, and it's so sweet. Again, it's another thing that makes me know that I did a great job, but I love getting these kinds of things in the mail. Like, who doesn't love mail? And so when I just have clients who express their appreciation and their gratitude, it makes me feel really great, because I don't consider myself just a vendor. I want to be like a part of their day, not in an obtrusive way, but I want them to really be excited about having me there. And I'll show up on wedding days and my brides will like hug me. They'll be like, everyone, Cavan's here. Like, this is Cavan. She did the photos. And I love that. It just makes me feel welcomed. And it's just such a nice part of my job, because I am not the photographer who's simply like, oh, it's just a job. It's nothing personal. We're just providing photos. That's not me. I do feel like it's personal in many aspects because of the relationships that I build and want to build with my clients. So when I get little thank you notes, or just even sometimes they'll send me like gifts, they're so nice. But I love that because it makes me feel like I am very much a wanted part of their day, and they really appreciate having me there. So that's just one of the best things about my job. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed getting some insight into some of the great things about being a wedding photographer. At least this is the stuff that I really love about my job, things that inspire me, motivate me, help keep me not burnt out after doing this over 80 times. So that's just a little sneak peek into why I am so in love with this job, why I will continue to do it for a very long time. So anyways, guys, I will see you next time. Bye!